Okay, hello. Today we'll be telling you about the culture of the Asaro Mudmen, and especially the legend that is known today. I'm not personally connected to the Asaro Mudmen, obviously, and they're from Papua New Guinea. And the legend of the Asaro Mudmen is that they were being attacked by an enemy tribe, forcing them to flee in the Asaro River, and they waited there until dusk, planning their escape. Now, when they rose up from the river, the enemy was still there, but the enemy saw them covered in mud, and they thought that they were spirits. And most tribes in Papua New Guinea are very afraid of spirits. So you can imagine when the enemy thought that they were spirits, they ran for their lives, and they did. But they only fled back as far as the Asaro tribe. So the Asaro people, not knowing this, thought they were victorious, but then came back to the tribe to assess all the damage that had been done by the enemy tribe. And when they met again, the enemy, still thinking they were spirits, again fled in fear, this time all the way back to their own village. And they were so afraid of what they had seen that back at their own village they conducted a special ceremony to ward off enemy spirits, which is quite funny because it wasn't any spirit. Now, which meant that the Asaro people were victorious. And now legend states that the mud they used was thought to be very poisonous, so they covered all their body except for their head because they didn't want to get poisoned. So instead of covering their face, what they did instead was create giant white clay masks, which they created unusual designs, crooked smiles, pointed ears, weird teeth, which to create fear in their enemy eyes as scary spirits, which it did. And they still continue this tradition of covering themselves in mud, putting on the clay masks for traditions in their tribe, and they even hunt wearing that attire to keep in tune with their ancestors. Now, besides that, the Asaro are a very traditional tribe. They have traditional houses, which are usually circles or rectangles. They're usually partially in the ground, so that during the colder times, when they go inside, it's all nice and warm. And the ceilings are at a point very high up, so when they have the fires inside, the smoke doesn't stay with the people at the bottom, it goes up to the top, away from the inhabitants. Now, unfortunately, due to a lot of tourism, people wanting to meet the Asaro people and see their bizarre outfits, their houses have more modern applications to them, such as windows, which sort of takes away some of the tradition. And as far as cooking goes, the Asaro people use a ground oven called a mumu. That's M-U-M-U. So pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. And what they do is they dig a pit, put hot coals at the bottom of the pit, then cover whatever food they want to heat up in essentially giant jungle leaves. Place it in there, put some more leaves on top, some big rocks, and cover it all up with sand, which in turn creates an oven and cooks the meat that they use to eat, which is very traditional in Papua New Guinea. Now, a traditional thing that they also do with their livestock and vegetables is that it's important for them to make them healthy, and in doing so, it's seen as a sign of wealth in the Asaro tribe, which is very traditional, and their crops and livestock can also be given away as special gifts, wedding gifts, or what have you, and also as payment, which is very traditional in Papua New Guinea. That's all the information I have on the Asaro Mudmen. Their legend is very unique and special, so I hope you enjoyed it and learned something.